The new Lunar New Year is almost here. And if you celebrate this holiday, you know that this holiday involves eating, visiting family and friends, and of course, red envelopes. Have you ever wanted to share this amazing holiday with your foreign friends? Well, I've got news for you. Today we're going to be discussing how to talk about Chinese New Year or Spring Festival in English. So hang around. Thanks again for taking time out of your busy day to join us here at Ollie for another quick online English lesson that will help you to speak English more confidently and fluently. Now, if you're looking to learn English in a fun and easy way, then check out some of the links I've included here below. We provide one-on-one and group lessons through Skype and have over 1,000 different lessons for you to learn with one of our native English instructors. So check it out. First off, I should mention that in English, and actually throughout today's lesson, you'll hear many different terms for New Year. You'll hear Lunar New Year, Chinese New Year, and Spring Festival. All right, now for today's Spring Festival words and phrases, I'm going to do my very best to try to pronounce them in Chinese as well. And if I pronounce them incorrectly, feel free to correct me in the comments below. Wish me luck. All right, the first word you have to know for Spring Festival is dumplings or 饺子. Now, many families, like mine, will make dumplings from scratch during these Chinese New Year holiday. We eat dumplings because they represent wealth and a prosperous future. And some people say they look like ancient Chinese currency. So you can try these sentences. Hey, let's eat some dumplings. Do you like shrimp or pork? Or the question I'm always asking, how do you want to eat your dumplings? Steamed or fried? I like mine steamed. All right, one of the most popular customs that you'll see everywhere during Chinese New Year is red envelopes. And not just during Chinese New Year, but you'll see red envelopes for birthdays and weddings as well. Certain amounts of money in red envelopes are considered good luck, like 80, 800, 8,000. It really depends on the country you live in and the currency, but 8 generally is a very, very lucky number to include in the amount that you put in the red envelope. Now, on the opposite end, any number with a 4 is generally considered bad luck. So you definitely don't want to include $40 or $400 or $4 in your red envelope when giving it to your friends and family. It's also considered bad luck to give old money in your red envelope. And you'll always want to, as much as possible, give new money in your red envelope. I once went to a wedding and I forgot to get my money, my new money, for the red envelope. And the banks were all closed by the time I remembered. Well, I scrambled around and went to all the 7-Elevens in my neighborhood with the money, asking them to change my old money for new money. Sadly, I was in Asia and the people at the 7-Eleven didn't speak English, and I had to claw my way through with my broken Chinese, explaining that I was going to a wedding and I needed some newly printed money. It took me about 10 different 7-Elevens, but I finally got all very new, crisp bills for the red envelope. So don't forget to include new bills in your red envelope and try to think ahead of time and go to the bank. So if you wanted to use red envelope in a sentence or a question, you could say a phrase like, hey, did you receive any red envelopes this year? Or, Happy New Year, please accept this red envelope. All right, the next term that you'll hear everywhere during the lunar holiday is fan bian pao, which means to set off firecrackers. The Chinese love firecrackers, especially around this time of year, and it is said that the loud noises of the firecrackers scare off the evil monster Nian. Firecrackers can be heard throughout the entire lunar holiday, but especially on New Year's Eve. So try out these phrases and sentences. Hey, it's New Year's Eve. Let's set off some firecrackers. Or, my children stayed up late last night. They were setting off firecrackers. One of my favorite parts of the Lunar New Year is the lion dance. Wu Xi. The lion dance is a very, very popular part of Chinese New Year celebrations and performances. Performers will mimic a lion's movements in a costume to bring about good luck and fortune in the coming year. Hey, look! The children are taking part in the lion dance. Or, I can't wait, here comes the lion dance. It's my favorite part of the parade. All right, if you remember one phrase from this entire lesson, it will have to be this next one. Happy New Year. Or, 新年快乐. Or, if you want to change it just a little, you can say, 祝你新年快乐, which is a slight change, and it means I wish you a happy new year. This phrase can be heard throughout the entire New Year holiday and even leading up to the holiday. And it's something you'll say to your friends or family, or for me, actually anyone I meet during the holiday, I say this to. Now the next phrase you may hear during the holiday period and leading up to it is 生肖, which means zodiac. Specifically, the Chinese zodiac. Now, in the Chinese zodiac, there are 12 animals that are associated with each year. Many foreigners are already very familiar with the Chinese zodiac, and some even know the animal that represents the year that they were born in. All of these animals come from an ancient Chinese story about a race between all 12 of the animals for the Jade Emperor. Are you familiar with this story? And do you remember who won? So, if you want to use zodiac in a sentence, try this. According to the Chinese zodiac, this year is the year of the dog. Or, the Chinese zodiac is based on lunar months. Something that is very important in Chinese culture and Chinese society is the idea of 回老家, or returning to one's hometown. During the holidays, it's very important for Chinese all around the world to return to their hometown to see their family and their friends. Because so many Chinese people travel during the Lunar New Year to their hometown, you will find that airports, train stations, and highways are very busy. Perhaps you can try out one of these sentences this Lunar New Year. I'm going to return to my hometown for the Lunar New Year holiday. Or, we are really excited to return to our hometown of Jilin during the Spring Festival. All right, this next phrase is one that is really, really important when giving or especially receiving a hongbao or red envelope. Do you know which one it is? It's 恭喜发财, or I wish you wealth. This is one of the phrases we learned today that you can actually keep in its Chinese form. So, an example would be, hey, 恭喜发财, I wish you wealth and good fortune in the coming year. Well, there it is, guys. There is my list of the top Chinese words and phrases to make your Spring Festival the best one ever. So I hope I've now given you the power to explain this awesome festival with your foreign friends and colleagues. But did I miss anything? Did I mispronounce any of those Chinese words and phrases? Well, if I did, just let me know in the comments below, and maybe I can make another video and include your suggestions. So until next time, I wish you and your family happiness, wealth, and prosperity in the coming new year. 新年快乐! All right, and here it is, a quick online quiz to see how much of today's new words and phrases you can remember. Good luck. So if you enjoyed today's lesson and want to keep learning more about today's topic or 1,000 other different topics, then check out www.onlinelanguageinstructors.com.